Is an FHA loan a good option for you? An FHA loan is a mortgage loan that is insured by the Federal Housing Administration. These loans are designed to make home ownership more affordable for people with lower credit scores and incomes. While this type of loan can be a great option for some people, it may not be the best choice for everyone. I'm Nick Garcia, Realtor at Redfin, and I help people buy and sell real estate in and around the Austin area. In this quick video, I want to quickly go over the pros and cons of buying a home with an FHA loan. First, let's focus on the positive, the pros of an FHA loan. Low credit score requirement. One of the biggest advantages of an FHA loan is that the credit score requirement is lower than that of a traditional mortgage. That means that people with lower credit scores may still be able to qualify for this type of loan. We all know how difficult it is sometimes to build up that credit score, even when you're paying off your debts and you're doing all the right things. So with an FHA loan, you just need a credit score of 580, sometimes as low as 500, but you would need to have a much higher down payment the lower your credit score is. But pretty much the minimum is 500 right now. It also has a low down payment requirement. FHA loans have a lower down payment requirement than traditional mortgages. This means that borrowers can put as little as 3.5% of the purchase price down. While you can put as little as 3.5%, there is no limit to your down payment, which is good news if you're buying in Austin, as you'll have a hard time qualifying for a home with only 3.5% down, even with an FHA loan, because our current median house price is around $540,000. An FHA loan also has flexible income requirements. This is another plus. Then they have flexible income requirements versus a traditional conventional mortgage. This means that borrowers may still be able to qualify for an FHA loan even if their income is not as high as it would need to be for a more traditional mortgage. The FHA loan doesn't have a minimum income or a maximum income limit, which is good. What's important is how consistent your income is and whether it looks like you can make payments in the foreseeable future. Obviously, with any mortgage, you'll need to have proof of the income, provide tax returns, and anything else that the lender might need. The next pro is that it's available for first-time home buyers. And so FHA loans are available for first-time home buyers and have helped thousands of people get in a home. This can be a great option for people who are just starting out in the home buying process and may not have a lot of money saved up for the down payment, might have a lower credit score, and possibly lower income. And the final pro for an FHA loan is it is available for refinancing. This type of loan you can use it to refinance your existing mortgage. It could be a good option for people who are looking to lower their monthly payments or just get a better interest rate. So all those pros of an FHA loan sound great, and home buying is much more attainable because of the 5 reasons I just mentioned above. I've helped a lot of clients buy homes with FHA loans. There are a few drawbacks to the FHA loans, and that we're going to go over 5 of the cons of using an FHA loan to buy a home in Austin, Texas. Number 1 is mortgage insurance. One of the biggest downsides of an FHA loan is that borrowers are required to pay mortgage insurance. And this is also true on the conventional side of things if you're not able to come up with a higher down payment. So obviously this can add to the overall cost of a loan and make it more expensive in the long run. The great news is that recently FHA loans just got cheaper, as the insurance premium will be reduced from 0.85% to 0.55% for most home buyers seeking an FHA insured mortgage. Great news. The next con is that they have maximum loan limits. FHA loans with the maximum loan limit, that means that borrowers may not be able to borrow as much as they would be able to in a traditional mortgage. Right now in Texas, in Austin, you can borrow up to $472,030 for a single family home. So since the median house price in Austin is about $540,000, that means you'll have to come up with about $68,000 to buy a home on average. But don't let that discourage you. I've shown a lot of homes recently under the $400,000 price point, even some brand new construction homes. And just as a side note, the new construction homes, the builders are offering some really great incentives to buy a home. So if you're interested in that, just shoot me a message and we can talk about that. The next big con, and this is probably the biggest one, is appraisal. Not every home qualifies for an FHA loan. FHA loans have stricter appraisal requirements than traditional mortgages. This means that borrowers may need to spend more money on repairs and renovations before the home can be appraised. With that, when you're applying for the FHA loan and you're with the real estate agent and your lender, there are options for you to get more money with the FHA loan to make those repairs. So the appraiser is going to look for things that have the following effects: adversely affect the physical condition of the property, endanger the health and safety of occupants, and affect the livability and marketability of the home. And there is no leeway on this. They're going to have very strict appraisals. The next con is that limited flexibility. FHA loans have limited flexibility when it comes to how the loan can be used. For example, FHA loans can only be used to purchase a primary residence and cannot be used to purchase a vacation or investment property, which is why FHA loans are best suited for first-time home buyers. And the last con is just limited lender options. These types of loans are only available through approved FHA lenders. That means that borrowers may have a limited number of lenders to choose from, which could make it more difficult to find the best loan terms. The good news is that there are plenty of local lenders in the Austin area that offer FHA loans and that I use all the time. FHA loans can be a good option for some people, but they may not be the best choice for everyone. Borrowers should consider their credit score, their income, their debt-to-income ratio, and home buying goals in general when deciding whether or not to use an FHA loan to buy their home. Also, it's important to know that there are a bunch of loan options out there to consider, such as conventional loan, VA loans for those that qualify. It never hurts to discuss and explore all of your loan options with your mortgage lender and real estate agents like myself that are always on top of everything that's going on and that have the connections that can send you to a good local lender. Local's always preferred, especially when you're dealing with sellers and listing agents. When I'm on the listing side, I always prefer to see a local lender. It's always a smoother closing process, appraisal process, and everything else. If you're interested in speaking with a local mortgage officer, send me an email or text at my information down below in the description. Of course, thank you for watching this video. If you found this helpful at all, please consider subscribing or just hitting a like on that video. I would really appreciate it. Thanks.